Hello crafty people, in this video I am going to show you 11 cards with one kit, and this will be from Spellbinders from March of 2022. All of the tools that I will be using in this video will be linked in the description below, and I also have linked a affiliate link to the card kit. So if you're interested in becoming a member and subscribing to the card kit of the month, you can go ahead and use that link. And if you're ever interested in signing up for anything else, like the die of the month or the large die or the amazing paper grace, I think is gorgeous, and I can't wait to start making some things with that. You can check that out with the link as well. So my first card, I kind of used the inspiration card that came in the kit to jumpstart my thinking of the design for the card. And I used the cloud pattern paper and a little strip of pattern paper to ground the bicycle, and of course the glitter words. I think those are very beautiful, and I have kind of a hard time getting those off of the release paper because I want everything to be just straight, but with some editing skills, you didn't have to sit through me struggling. And there is my finished card. Now for my second card, I will be using my corner rounder to round off the corners on this panel. I used the bright yellow cardstock that came in the kit and pattern paper, and have adhered that directly to my card base. And now I will be gluing down 2 pieces of the Floral ephemera, and I will be using the Barely Art liquid glue when I glue that down. And I have already attached on Life is Sweet. Those are the foam words from the kit. I will also attach the panel on with the Barely Art glue. And I will end up popping up this little lemon basket on the bottom and add a little lemon in the corner. And of course, I will be putting hearts and sequins to finish this card off. I did like that this month the sequins are 2 different sizes, but they're the same color. Pretty neat. And there is the finished card. I like the way that this one turned out. I love blue and yellow. Now, for my next card, I will be layering 4 layers of paper. First was the gold mirrored cardstock, then the pattern paper that's floral, then another piece of gold mirror cardstock, and the purple cardstock that came in the kit. I really tried to stick with all of my cardstocks being just from this kit to show you that you can make very beautiful things with just what they have in the kit. So if you're new to card making, you don't have to go and have this giant hoard of cardstock to make things with the kit. And I will adhere all of the ephemera pieces to my little panel here and use the dimension foam that came in the kit. I also added a small chipboard heart to the front, and now I will add some of the scrap paper that matches the outside paper and a small ephemera piece, just to add interest to the inside as well as the outside. I will use my liquid adhesive and my reverse tweezers to adhere that inside. And I did add a few sequins to finish off the lovely purple card. My next card is a really fast card. Basically, I layer down the light pink cardstock from the kit. I trim down a piece of the pattern paper that has horizontal stripes. I grabbed a few of the houses and a fence and just directly stick them on to the card. Then I used a chipboard sticker that came in the kit and added 2 little hearts and sequins. And that's it. I like how I typically would put another piece of paper on the bottom to ground the hearts, but since this pattern paper has green on the bottom, it acts as grass to ground the houses. So one less step to do, and it looks beautiful. And there's my finished card. This card is my mother hen card. I am going to use a scrap of pattern paper and 2 of the little stamps. They look like stamps from the kit. To add interest to the inside, I use my light pink paper to mat on some pattern paper. Then I'm going to use a stamp from the kit. This one says, "Love lives in the little things," which is perfect because this card has little chicks on it. Behind the chicks, I did put a small piece of cardstock just so it would lay flat. And I'm adding the nest, and I will pop up the mother hen to show that she is on her nest. To get the wavy effect that's on the pink cardstock, I just used my scissors and trimmed it off. Then I will add my little sequins to finish off this card. And maybe we'll use this for a baby shower or just a hello for spring, who knows. With this card, I will use some pattern paper and start off with a panel. I will adhere that to the black cardstock and just leave a black edge around the pattern paper. I'm just going to eyeball and chop off the edge with my We Are Memory Keepers paper trimmer. And I did go ahead and adhere some things to the inside of this card already with a scrap and a heart. Next, I will be adding my sentiment to a small piece of the blue cardstock. And this is, "I hope your day is filled with sunshine and smiles." I'm going to use my Misti tool and my Archival black ink and just trim off the edge. I thought that it needed to pop a bit more, so I'm putting it onto black cardstock and trimming the rest with my Fiskars scissors. I like the way that turned out. So I'm now going to add on my vases. I will use a small piece of cardstock on the big vase to support it. But first I'm going to stamp on a little flower from the stamp set to this little tag here, just to add a little bit of excitement, and use a piece of scrap gold mirror cardstock on top of the tag for glitter and fun. Now I will adhere the vases on, and the 2 vases that are on right now are ephemera, and this last one is a chipboard sticker. Then I will add my sequins. I did choose to use different sizes on this card just because that's what I grabbed. And here is the finished vase card. This was another quick card where I used the purple cardstock and the purple pattern paper with the little bows on it, and a little scrap of the checkered gingham, I think it's called gingham, checkered paper, and the little bunny with the flower, and the bigger bunny, and it says "Grateful for You." Those "Grateful for You" are chipboard stickers, as well as the shiny heart, and the small hearts are just ephemera pieces. I'll add my sequins, and that finishes off this card. Pretty simple. Maybe this will end up being a Mother's Day card. My next card is really featuring this big window that was a chipboard sticker from the kit, and I've used a few of my scraps of 2 pieces of purple and one of the light blue pattern papers, and also that blue tablecloth pattern. I still don't know what to call that. And just sticking that right onto my card. You can't even really see the purple in the background, but that piece of blue paper was too small to just put on without something behind it. The window box and the sentiment are both chipboard stickers, so I don't need to pop those up really. And I did pop up the watering can and added sequins to mimic water. And that finishes off this card. I love the sentiment, "Do small things with great love." That's a Saint Therese quote, and she's my patron saint. With my next card, I have used 2 different pattern papers, and this one that is a scrap of the stripes is going to be used as a panel in the back. I've heard it be said that let the pattern paper do the work for you, and this card, I really went with that. The pattern paper has a lot going on, and I just let that be kind of the focus. The flowers are on this card, but it's more showing all of the colors that are in the flowers and the pattern paper in the back working together. And I kind of wrestled with this idea because I really wanted a sentiment on the front of this card. So I go through and stamp the "Hello Darling" from the stamp set from the kit. And I don't like how it looks on the card. I know perhaps it's because it's fussy cutting and everything else has hard edges, but I didn't like the way it ends up looking. So you're going to see that I will be putting the sentiment inside the card and letting the pattern paper and the florals and the sequins be the main focus for the card. Even though I love the sentiment "Hello Darling" and the gold mirror cardstock, it just didn't look right on the front to me. So it's going inside. And that's okay. The sequins alone have a lot of interest going on with them, and they are pretty complementary to the other colors that are going on in the pattern paper and the flowers. So I just let them be the shining star, if you will. And I will adhere the "Hello Darling" inside the card. I know. And that is the finished card. With my next card, I create a scene. I have this blue pattern paper that to me looks similar to a sky, and I have a green pattern paper that kind of acts as the grass. There will be a lot of little pieces to this card. Now, I used the die from the small die of the month to make those little clouds for my little bunny to have a cloudy day. I thought it looked kind of fitting with the paper because it almost looks like raindrops, but still cheerful. So I'm going to let those dry and glue everything else down, and then I will snip off the edges that's overhanging. And I will save the little edge from one side and put it on the other side with my reverse tweezers. Everything is a ephemera piece except the bunny is a chipboard sticker. Now I will also add the sentiment, "I hope your day is full of sunshine and smiles," because I love that. And I feel like that sentiment could really go with a lot of different occasions. A thank you, a hello, happy birthday, whatever you're needing. I'm going to use a strip of the pattern paper and an extra ladybug for the inside. Then I will finish the card off by adding some sequins. I wish that there were more ladybugs and bees because they were adorable, and it helped make my card kind of fun. So there's my finished card. With my last card, I had to use my own card from my stash because I used up my 10 card bases already. And I'm going to layer a lot of paper on top of each other, starting with the blue cardstock, then the gold mirror cardstock, then the purple pattern paper. Then I will stamp on a sentiment. can't remember what this one is, so I'm going to have to wait and see what I stamp. Ew, it's a good day to have a good day. Again, another sentiment that could be all occasions. Maybe not sympathy, but it works for other things. And I did try this new trick I saw in another video that someone did where they put washi tape on there and made it easier to trim. I thought it worked okay. I don't know if I'll be doing it again, but I don't know. I mean, I guess it worked. And then I will mat the sentiment on gold mirror cardstock, and I will also be putting that on the blue cardstock so it matches the background. And I did use my pencil here just to mark since everything was so teeny. And that finishes off my mat. Then I will adhere the sentiment and the hanging basket of flowers directly to the card, and I will pop up my little singing bird with some foam just to give it dimension, kind of to mimic it flying in the air. It's a cheerful little bird. I think it's really sweet. Lastly, I will adhere sequins to the card, and that finishes off card number 11. So thank you so much again for watching the video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button. And now I will show just still images of all of the cards that I made in the kit. And I do have the stamp of the month and the amazing paper grace die of the month that I will be making videos with later on. And I'm nowhere near done with the card kit of the month since I have so much left over. So I will probably be making more cards from the kit and making a video or two, but not so many parts like my previous videos. So thank you again for watching, and if you enjoyed, maybe subscribe, come back for the next one. You never know. Also, I'd like to know what your favorite card was, so if you could comment that below, that would be helpful. Thank you again. Bye.